Welcome to Clarity Currents, the secret podcast with me, 𝙗𝙗𝙨𝙨, where I share weekly channeled messages about the energetics of the week and the areas of opportunity, so you know how to work with the energy rather than in resistance to it, and know how to leverage it for your highest level good in your business, relationships, health, wealth, spirituality, and legacy. This is Clarity Currents episode for the week of June 9th through the 13th, 2025. Let's dive in. When I tune into the overall energetics of the week, I see an amethyst geode being split open, and its rugged exterior is cracking, literally revealing sparkling crystal clusters that have been hidden inside the entire time. This is all a metaphor around this week bringing a divine breaking point, not in a destructive way, but in a liberating way. What has once felt hard, blocked, or even emotionally calcified is being cracked open, not to destroy you, but to reveal you. And the message is that your brilliance didn't leave, it's just been waiting for you to come home to it. This is the week of the sacred cracking. If you've been spiritually bypassing, sugarcoating, or pretending something isn't a big deal, it will come up this week for healing, for clarity, and for action. So let it. This is your portal to finally claim the healed version of you. Business for the week of June 9th. When I tune into the energetics of business this week, I see a vision of a tightrope walker who suddenly realizes they're not afraid anymore. This is your moment to stop inching forward and take strides in faith. The message here is bold action creates quantum realignment. That thing you've been thinking about for weeks, that offer, that pivot, that honest post you've been too scared to share, it's time. This is the week. Ask yourself, what's the next level version of my business that my soul is already living? Where am I still hiding or playing safe to avoid rocking the boat? You're being asked to build in a way that supports both emotional depth and practical sustainability. Relationships for the week of June 9th. When I tune into the energetics of relationships this week, it is fiery and clarifying. I see a vision of someone finally speaking the words they've been holding in for years, and the room gets lighter, even if it gets louder at first. This is a week of necessary confrontation, especially if you've been avoiding the truth. Say the thing so that you can feel the freedom. You may also notice themes of emotional avoidance or martyrdom surfacing, especially around family, partnerships, or loyalty. So use this as your compass to ask, is this dynamic fueling me or draining me in the name of love? It's a potent time for redefining boundaries and clarifying expectations, not to control others, but to honor yourself. Health for the week of June 9th. When I tune into the energetics of health this week, I see a furnace, indicative of that sacred internal fire that alchemizes metals. This is the week to sweat it out, literally, emotionally, energetically, physically. Let the energy move. I see a strong connection between repressed emotions and physical symptoms this week, particularly the gut, skin, and things that are head related. If you're holding in words or feelings, your body might try to speak to you. But let it be your guide, not any punishment. Ask yourself, what truth am I suppressing that's becoming a symptom? What movement or nourishment feels like love for my body right now? The invitation is that healing doesn't have to be heavy. It can actually feel like liberation if you choose to view it that way. Wealth for the week of June 9th. When I tune into the energetics of wealth this week, I see someone taking off a corset, releasing the tightness, breathing fully for the first time. Control is not safety. Flow is. I feel tension between expansion and discipline. Don't confuse tight restriction with wisdom. You're being asked to restructure your relationship with abundance. Let go of the lie that you have to prove yourself to earn overflow. This week, try this mantra. I let it be easy. I let it be fun. I let it come from joy. Wealth this week also feels very tied to soul integrity. So do a little check here. Are you spending in alignment with your values? Are you investing in ways that match the life you're calling in? If yes, your wealth will multiply. And if not, the money might pause to get your attention. spirituality for the week of June 9th. When I tune into the energetics of spirituality this week, it's a profoundly activating energy. I see this crown chakra illuminated with this white and golden energy, and then the heart chakra is pulsing. You have massive support for a spiritual breakthrough this week if you're willing to lean into it. Ask yourself, where have I been negotiating with fear instead of standing in faith? What sacred truth have I been avoiding? This is not a week to seek peace at the cost of your purpose. Let God show you what's real. Let your discernment guide over logic. Remember that what aligns expands and what doesn't contracts. You are going to know the difference. And legacy for the week of June 9th. When I tune into the energetics of legacy this week, I see a bow being drawn back with full tension, then released, sending that arrow flying straight ahead. And this symbolizes the powerful pullback before launch, that sacred pause before the momentum, and that precision of living on mission. This is that kind of a week, the sacred pause before momentum. You may feel the tension, emotionally, energetically, even physically, and you're being asked, where are you actually aiming? Your actions this week are the arrow, so don't shoot blindly. Let your decisions be a match for the future you say you want. Precision, integrity, and impact, that is your legacy. There you have it, Hot Soul, your intuitive forecast for the week. Wishing you a week of bold alignment, sacred action, and sovereign clarity. Until next week.